How's it, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube live. And in today's session, I'll be going over very, very important news that has been happening. Jerome Powell obviously had their speech yesterday and showed signs of bullishness in the short term, but I will be discussing what more is to come. And obviously, I want to be going over the most important coins that I want to discuss. And then obviously in the chat box below, you guys can definitely make use of any coins that you would like me to go over. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I want use of any coins that you would like me to go over. I don't know, Wi-Fi did just disconnect from there. We just wait for it to get back. Okay, I think it's back now. So yeah, what I was saying is looking at Bitcoin, looking at it right now, what this means is that we're going to be looking at potential buys positions and sell positions, right? And we have to look at the higher time frame for this. And we know that the fundamentals were telling us that we are going to go up from here. But I would like to take a look at, the daily and the 4 hour time frame and see where we're currently sitting at. And where we're currently at, I do feel like we might get a bit of that rally back up to 25,000, and I'll show you guys why I believe that we will. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. So when looking at this chart, I'll show you what I've been talking about. So when we're looking here, what we can see is that we have this resistance over here, right? Sorry, my chart changed back to, yeah, here we go. So I was speaking about this trend line yesterday, okay? And what this trend line tells you is that we are bouncing from this zone, right? So we are bouncing from these areas and these areas, okay? And I was saying that this level here, 23,500, is a level that we need to close above. And if we close bullish above here, well then I'll be looking for potential longs back up to 24,000. But at the moment, what is currently happening is we're still finding this level as a zone of significant resistance. So you see over here, resistance over here, and then we started to find it as support within the last couple of days. So in order for us to remain bullish on the short term here, what needs to happen is price needs to break this level. Okay, once we break this 23,350, we can be looking at potential targets of 24,000. Okay, and that's when, once we break the zone, I'll be looking at a long position and I'll be holding it towards around about $24,000. Okay, it's around about a 2% gain. But what needs to happen is price needs to close above this zone. Okay, it has to close bullish above the zone, and if we don't get that closure, then it's probably going to come back down like it's doing at the moment, right? But we did break the trend line. You can see yesterday we had that news with Jerome Powell, and we had that rally hit resistance, came down, grabbed some liquidity and started coming up again. So I do think today we might test this level again. So yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, this is what I'll be looking at, definitely on the short term here. So obviously on the 4 hour, we'll need that 4 hour closure above the zone. And then once we get that closure, I'll be looking at longs. I'm not saying that it will happen, but the speech was quite positive in the short term. So I mean, obviously, I do think that we're still going to go down. I think we might hit 25k and have a massive dump from there. And then after that, I feel like we'll start moving up again. But this is what they call a bear market rally. So a lot of people think this is the start of the bull run. Personally, I don't think it is. I mean, looking at it on the 4 hour time frame here, you can see that has gone up a lot since the bottom, right? Since that 16,000 level, 15,000, it's gone up around about 50%. Not to be exact, but it is around about those levels. And I do think that it's a a bear market rally. This does happen in most bear markets, so I would expect this zone to get tapped into the 25,000 zone. And if that gets broken, then we'll be looking at this area over here, right? This zone over here, the 30,000 zone, would be the next area to look at. But at the moment, I am semi bullish, and yeah. How's it, guys? Yeah, please put in the comment below if you guys want me to do some charting on coins. I will be looking at all the comments, and I do want to go through a lot of coins today. I'm just going over the fundamentals and the higher time frame view until I get before I get into the smaller time frames. But yeah, Bitcoin, looking at a potential long here. This would be on a higher time frame, right? It would be maybe like a 2-day, 3-day play. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking for once we close above 23,500. Okay, so let's take a look at a few other altcoins here. I want to go over the dollar though quickly. The dollar's been showing a lot of weakness. Okay, so looking at the dollar here, we had this level that we created a new high yesterday. Okay, created this new high, and you can see that we had this making these higher highs, and then we broke the structure at this zone, at this level, and we are currently at a level of support. Okay, so the thing is with the dollar, you have to always keep an eye out for what's happening with the dollar because it's inversely proportional. Okay, so we have to know where the support and resistance levels are for the dollar in order for us to go long and short. Because at the moment, what's happening? Well, the dollar is at a crucial level of support. Okay, so that is creating the dollar to bounce up here. And then when looking at Bitcoin, let's take a look at Bitcoin. We started to get that done. Okay, because Bitcoin was at this level. Okay, this level over here. And when looking at the dollar, we had a level that the dollar was at. When both prices are at similar levels, it creates the opposite effect. So like the dollar was at the support level, which creates obviously it's bouncing, and then when the Bitcoin's at a resistance level, and then it would dump because the dollar is bouncing, right? And when it's at an important level, it does seem to do that. So very interesting. So what needs to happen here for Bitcoin to get that move up? We would need this level to break. Okay, we would need this level to break down, and once we break this level, we could be looking at potential longs for Bitcoin. And you can see that we have quite a big room to come back down here. Okay, we have this level sitting at, let's see here, we have a level at around about 102,600. So once we break this level at 103, pretty much just 103, we should see that upside for Bitcoin. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, at the moment, the dollar is finding support, and that's why we're getting that movement down for crypto. But what I'll be waiting for here is looking at a potential long at this level at 23,088 for Bitcoin. So these are my areas that I've marked out on the chart. So basically, I have bars above this zone because when looking left here, I want to explain this. We have a lot of resistance at this level, okay? And then once we broke, support, and once we broke down, we came up, retested this area as resistance, came back down, retested it again, came down, retested again, and then we had that that massive move yesterday from the news, came back down, and then look where price started to struggle. It was at this line, right? This line is a very important line, and a lot of people are placing orders at this area. Okay, so I'll be looking at maybe potential longs, maybe at this zone. I'll have to see how price action is looking, And if we close, let's just say we close like this and bounce back up, then I'll be looking to take that long back up to 23,271. But at the moment, I won't be entering any positions due to the fact that we are coming down here, and I want to see where we bounce from. But I do think that we're going to bounce from the zone. If not, we'll have to look at the dollar and see how it's reacting. Let's make that dark. Okay, so we need to keep an eye out on what the dollar's doing and what Bitcoin's doing, because when we have Bitcoin going up, the dollar's going to go down. Yeah, so Bitcoin at the moment, we're on the 15 chart. I wouldn't be entering any trades now. I'll be waiting for this position though. 23,088 at the moment, yeah. And if you guys have any coins that you want me to go over, you can put them in the chat below. A lot of people trade APT. I've been trading this quite a bit. Yeah, so with APT, check VRA. Yeah, sure. I can definitely do that. Yeah, so looking at APT, I'll take it after this APT. Yeah. So looking at APT, what has been happening? Well, this is actually creating beautiful structure. Yeah. Right. So let's just take a look at this. We have a bit of resistance at the zone. Okay. So this area over here, what is happening? Well, we're in a beautiful, beautiful ascending channel here. This is actually picture perfect. We are creating these higher highs, right, and higher lows. And it's just bouncing between these areas. So with APT, when I'm looking at this, it does look good to carry on going up, to be honest. We haven't broken any structure. We haven't broken this zone over here. Once we break this area, I'll be looking at sells, because that would confirm this trend line break, right? This trend line over here, that would confirm that break, as well as close below this level, which has been acted as support in the past, right? We had support and resistance at these levels, and that's why I'll probably enter a sell position at that point. But at the moment, I do see us coming up. We are bouncing from this zone, so we'll probably start testing these highs again at 16.2 within the day. We'll have to wait and see. The dollar needs to come down there. But your APT looking quite good. Let's just go in the 5 minutes to see if we can see anything. Looking on the 5 minutes, we could probably look at something like this. Where would it be? It would probably be around about here. I wouldn't get in this long though. Would have to wait for Bitcoin to react. But I'll maybe looking at the break of this zone at 15.91. So I'll be looking at that definitely. Something like this. I'll be looking at that for APT. It does look like we're gonna come up here. So let's take a look at that VRA. Veracity. Yeah. I mean, this coin looks like it's had a massive rally. Let's take a look at this. So I'm gonna look on the daily here, and then we're gonna go down and see what we can find on the smaller time frames. But looking on the daily, we had our low at 0.02. Okay, we've gone up around about 350% from there, which is absolutely crazy. And what has been happening? We've been breaking these highs here, right? We've broken this support level over here, and that is very, very important. So this coin looks like it might be set to start moving up more. Although it's gone up already 1,000%, I mean 300% from here. it can go up more. So what I would expect, I would expect some type of retracement or a bit of consolidation for this coin. And yeah, it's at a very important level, this zone here. So this level over here is very important because that was our resistance in August, resistance in June, and support in 2021 July. So we've broken that now, which is obviously bullish. And we did have some type of pattern over here as well, right? And that's obviously why we moved up. So I mean, looking at this now, if you're looking at long-term holding, because I don't think you can future trade this on Coin W, but if you're looking at trading this, we would have to look at the lower time frames here. So let's take a look at the 4 hour. But on the daily, it looks very bullish. I would expect some type of retracement, although it's had that movement that it's over here. Let's take a look at the levels. So we have a level sitting at, yeah, here we go. So we have this level over here. Okay, so I'll be looking at bars above there, right? Yeah, so this zone that it's currently in, I'll be waiting for the break of this zone. So I'll be waiting for a break of this zone. And once we get the break of this zone, we could look at potential take profits at around about these levels here. Okay. So what would that be? That would probably be around another 39%. So if you're looking at long-term holding this coin, Veracity, once we break above here, we could look at potential longs to the upside. Sure, I'll go over XRP now. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for this coin. It's around about a 40% gain for this coin. Let's take a look at XRP. Yeah, XRP, let me just grab the right one. Here we go. Yeah. So looking at XRP here, what I can see is that we had that nice daily close. Okay. So whenever we close bullish like this, we broke the highs, right? So I want to show you something that's very important in terms of looking at the market, right? So looking at this candle here, okay, I'm going to zoom in. Looking at this red candle over here. So what happens whenever price, comes up to this point? So let's just say this candle is like this, and the next day we closed bullish, right? And we broke those highs. So we broke these highs from the previous day within this candle of yesterday's candle. And what that means is that we are most likely going to carry on going up here because of the fact that we have broken the highs and created new highs within the next day. So looking at a smaller time frame by just looking at the daily, you can kind of tell that we're in this movement to the upside here. So yeah, looking at the moment for XRP, let's take a look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is at a very crucial level, right? So we have a level here, I would say over here. Okay, we have this zone that it's currently respecting at the moment. It is currently respecting that zone, and if we close, above the zone, we could look at potential bar stops. So what I mean by that is bars above certain areas at around about this zone here. Okay, I'll probably have a bar stop over there, but let's take a look at the 1 hour to see what's happening here. Yeah, I would be having bar stops at the break of these highs over here for XRP. I would be having that indeed, and I'll be looking at taking profits at levels such as this zone over here. Okay, I'll be looking at taking profits something like that. So This is the current situation for XRP. It would be something like this. And the reason why I'm having my stop loss would have to be below this wick over here. Okay. So the reason why I would only buy when it breaks these highs is because that this liquidity has been sitting here, and when looking left, it needs to break this really important area. Sorry, because price tends to reverse from the zone. So I'll be waiting for that, right? And that's why once we get a candle to close bullish above here, then it would be a good position to take. Because at the moment we are finding some area of support at this area, but I do think that price can still go up from this point. But yeah, that's my current scenario for XRP. Yeah, I mean the break of these highs would be perfect, because looking at a smaller time frame here, we have some type of level over here, right? We have this level acting up, and then we have kind of a bit of a break over here on the 15 minutes. So to confirm this break of this trend line, what happens is we would need the break of these highs, because what essentially might happen is it hits this level and comes back down, which is why I would want a break of these highs and then a closure around about here, because we have liquidity sitting here and over here, so we need a closure above this area. So the 15 minutes is giving us a better story. It's looking good. It does look good for that break to the upside, but I would wait for the closure above this zone, above the 0.4024 zone. Yeah, let's take a look at LTC. LTC I made was a good trade that I did the other day. Yeah, I've been looking at this coin for the last couple of days. Yeah, we had very important levels that we were stuck at. Price was getting reacting at this area at 97.44, and I had bars above this zone going back to this area at around 99. And the reason why that was the area I was looking at is because when we look left here, let's take a look left. We have significant support here. Everything I'm highlighting here is indicating that price either reacts at this zone or price gets broken at this zone. So in order for me to take profits, it would have to be at this area because of the fact that price could react. Yeah, I mean, this is why I was looking for that zone. So basically, at the moment, we actually broke these, closed above a very, very important zone. And what I can see here is that we are seeing some type of movement, retracement, definitely, but it is holding up. It came down, and it looks like it is starting to move. So what I'll be looking for, it would have to be on the smaller time frame here. So let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what's happening here. So we obviously came down, closed bullish, closed bearish, and now we're starting to see that move to the upside, which is a good thing. So I'll be waiting for closures above here, right? Definitely. So looking at the 1 hour here, it's very important to note that we at some level of resistance over here, okay? Right? And then obviously over here. So what I would want to see is I would want a candle to close above here in order for me to place a long position. So I'll be looking at that definitely. Let me go to the left here to see where my potential take profits would be. Let's just carry on going left. There we go. Okay, so once we break above this 101.66, well, let's see what happens. Okay, so over here, once we broke above here, we tended to come back up. Broke above here, came up, broke down, and closed back above. Came up and tested the same zone that it tested previously, right? So we know that whenever we break above here, we tend to drive up a bit here, okay? Same thing goes with over here. Came up, right? It looks exactly like this over here. So I would expect that to happen. I would expect us to break through this point very strongly. Maybe retest these levels that it's retested previously. You can see over here, it's retested this multiple times. Same with over here, right? Multiple times. So that's what I'll be waiting for. I would wait for bars above this point. Let's make this a bit nicer to look at. Change the color to my orange. And let's go back to the chart. Okay, so I'll be looking at this definitely for LTC. It's around about a 1% move. Remember what happened in the past? Price came up to this point, came back down, and then pushed up. So that's why I'll be taking profits at that area. Okay. I want to take a look at the 15-minute quickly. The 15-minute shows us prices getting reacted at levels, same levels as prior that previously. Let's take a look here. So we have a level on the 15-minute over here, and that's obviously what is happening. So yeah, I'll be still looking for those longs, but the only reason I'll be looking for the longs is if we get that 1 hour closure. So we have to wait for a 1 whole hour candle close above the zone. Okay, we can't settle for less, and I'll be waiting for that. If we don't get that and we get 15 minutes to close above here, well then that's all good. But I won't be taking positions until we get a 1 hour candle closure. And the reason for that is because we have levels of resistance over here on the smaller time frames, but once we close bullish above here on the higher time frame, we would take those resistances out very quickly, and that's what I'll be waiting for. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking for OTC. Be aware of that. Someone mentioned Phantom. I'll definitely be going over that. Phantom has been doing extremely well. Yeah, looks like we're getting some movements here. Let me just go back before I go over Phantom. Let me just take a look at that XRP position. Let's take a look at this quickly. Yeah, looks like we're getting that move there. Yeah, so be aware, because I do this live trading. YouTube live is for trading, right? We do want to try catch trades on the live, and that's what we'll be waiting for. Okay, let's take a look at Phantom while we wait for that to happen. Looking at Phantom here, looking very good, very good. This is on the 1 hour though. Let's take a look at the daily. Okay, looking at the daily, we need to mark out our levels. Level of resistance over here. We have a level of resistance over here. We have a level of support over here / resistance. Okay, I want to carry on going back here to see what else we have going. There's no more data. Okay. Looking left here, we can see we'll be looking at this zone would be our next potential zone, the 0.8628. Definitely a zone that we must look for. So now we have our daily zones. So once we establish our daily zones, we can start to go down into smaller time frames and see exactly what's happening. And we know that we're in an uptrend. We're still in an uptrend, and looking at the 4 hour, you know, obviously if we break these lows over here, we will be looking for sells, because when looking here, that is a range to sell. So what that means is we have ranges here. Okay, so we are currently in this range over here. So this is what I would call, a lot of people hear me say it, right, the no trade range. We within this strategy, we have ranges that we trade, and this range is red, and I wouldn't want to be trading it. I would want to be trading this range over here, which is going to be green, and I want to be trading this range over here, which is going to be green as well. Same with this range here. Yep. So looking here, we are currently in the red no trade range, and I'll be waiting for prices obviously to go to where I would want them to go. I'm not going to be forcing trades in order for me to look for positions here. So I mean, looking at the 1 hour, let's take a look. I'm just going to take all of these off quickly. So just understand where we want to be trading for Phantom here. We're in a massive big range over here for Phantom. And looking on the 1 hour, I can see that, you know, we obviously broke these highs. This level over here, we broke this just now. And this just could be some type of retracement until we get that move up. So like I said earlier that this is a no trade range. But I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if we got that move up from here. I mean, looking at the Fibonacci retracement tool, so we take it from the low to the high right, and we have the 0.5 level getting respected, which is very important. Fibonacci tool is probably the best tool that I would use in terms of technical analysis. It shows you, you know, all the levels that were previously built on and what price action is telling you, and we can see that we are getting this move to this level, and we might be coming up here. So looking at this, you know, I would ideally want price to break the 0.659, this area at the top here. But if we don't get that, we're probably going to look for longs above here. I did say there's a no trade range, but when looking at the 1 hour and the 30 minutes here, I do feel comfortable trade. So let's take a look here at my... It's just taking a bit to load. There we go. Okay. So looking on the 30, what I can see is same goes as the 1 hour. We had this move like this, right? And we kind of broke out, coming down, retesting. So I would expect price to come up to the zone. I'll be looking for longs up there. I did say this is a no trade range, but I would move that to this range over here. Would be the no trade range, and this would be the trade range. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's take a look at the 15 minutes. I'm just going to delete all these things. I don't know why I can't delete it. There you go. Okay. So I'll be looking for bars above this zone. Back up to this area. Yo, that's a 10% gain. That's crazy. So Phantom can still go up a lot. Yeah, sure, I'll go over chills. Phantom can still go up a lot. Be aware of this position. This could play out very well. This is around about a 10% gain. Yeah, it's literally 10% on the dot. Yeah, I'll be looking at this definitely. Take a look at this trade here for Phantom. I do think that we could get that move. You know, we have a bit of a trend line there, potential, you know, but that's just kind of forcing the trend line there. So I'll be waiting for a break above the zone, definitely. Yeah, once we get a break above here, I'll be looking at longs back up to 0.6596. So be aware of this. This could definitely happen. Let's take a look at Chills. Chills has been doing very well as well. Okay, looking here, let's take a look at Chills. Oh, that's crazy. Take a look at the 4 hour quickly. Yeah, the 4 hour looking bullish. Looking very bullish. So we have, let's mark out some levels that we can see happening here, okay? So the 4 hour broke these highs over here, broke this level. This is probably the most important level that we have to go against. Okay. Yeah. This level over here, very important level. So if we break above here, then we can definitely carry on going up here for chills. I would expect prices to come tap these zones and then get rejected. And the reason why I say that is look here. So we have, I wanna show you guys this. So price came down, hit this zone, and then what happened? Came down and then broke above it again, right? Same with over here, came down and then reacted at the zone. Same with here, came down, reacted at the zone, reacted at the zone. So the amount of times price reacts at this zone is a lot. Same with over here, over here, over here, and here. So what that means is price is most likely going to react at that level once we get there. So looking around here, you know, we have 23 minutes until the 4 hour closes, okay? And if the 4 hour closes above this zone, we could expect prices to come in at least fill the wick at the 0.18. Once we fill that wick, I can see prices coming back to the 0.1854 zone. Definitely can see that happening. So be aware here. Let's just go in the smaller time frames to see if we can potentially get a position here. Yeah, I mean, looking at this, I can already see that I'll be looking for buy stops above here. Okay. Let me just go left here, see on the 1 hour what price action did in the past. Okay. Let's see. So we have a level. Okay, we have a bit of resistance here. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's perfect. So we have resistance at this level that I've highlighted, right? At 0.1755, okay? So what that means is, well, we'll need a full candle closure above here in order for us to take these longs back up to 0.1854. Very important zone. So that is around about a 5% gain, 5.3% gain. Your stop loss would have to be wherever you know the next candles are formed, something like this. And what I'll be waiting for is the break of these highs. So we have to break this high over here at 0.1760. And once we break that high, well, then I'll be going for long positions back up to 0.1854. So be aware of that. For chills, we need this 4 hour candle to close bullish though. If we close below the zone at 0.1709, well then, you know, we're most likely going to come down. Yeah. So how's it, David? Yeah. So any other comments, just put it in the chat, and I'll definitely go over that for you guys. But yeah, definitely looking at this for potential positions. Yeah, this trade yesterday I gave out in the Telegram group on last night at around about 5 p.m. There was obviously, it was at 6 p.m. ish. The power was obviously speaking, and he was, you know, obviously just saying what he needed to say about the decline in inflation throughout this year. And when that happened, we had that move to the upside, and then obviously that retracement, right? So it was this move over here. And then I was looking for bars above the zone, and I hit this area very nicely. And once we got that rejection, I had this area drawn out before this happened here. Okay, So before this happened over here, I had this level drawn out. So I knew that. So I'll just show you what I mean by that. Yeah, so I had this level like this. This was what I had. And I knew that price would most likely come back and test this area at 5.59. And then we'll probably get that movement back down. And that's exactly what we got for Phantom. So, I mean, not Phantom, sorry, Altcoin. So yeah, that's obviously I'll be looking for bars back above that zone, definitely. At the moment, I'll be looking for, I'll show you something like this. The break of those highs. I'll be waiting for the break of these highs for me to look for long positions. Once we break these highs over here, right over here, I'll be looking for long positions. Okay, so be aware of that. If there's any other coins that you guys want me to go over, put it in the chats below. I have gone over pretty much all of the positions I want to be taking. And obviously, if they don't play out, they don't play out. Just going to take a look at Bitcoin again, see what's happening over here. Yeah, still waiting for this. Yeah, I'll go over Matic now for you. Yeah, I'm still waiting for this Bitcoin to hit. So we're waiting for this 23,088 level for potential moves to the upside. Okay. Let's go over Matic. My internet's very slow today. There we go. Okay, looking at Matic. We need to check the 4 hour first. Okay, so we're on the 4 hour, we're bullish. Let's take a look here. Yeah, these are my zones. I mean, I haven't traded Matic in a while. But let's take a look here. So, yeah. Looking left here, we have a very, very, very important resistance zone. This was the zone I was waiting for in the past. Looking more left here, what can we see? Yeah, this zone over here is important. What I mean by important is looking left here. I mean, it's crazy to see that how price has been respecting this zone. The amount of times prices has been respecting the zone within the last couple of years. Same with here. 2021, we had this zone being respected. Yeah. Same with here, and over here. So that's even in 2020, we had this area being respected. Okay. So now that we know that, this zone is very important. It's a very important zone, and we've closed above this zone. So I would expect Matic to go up from here. I would expect Matic to go up from here. To where I would say, well, let's take a look. We have levels. We have levels over here, okay, which is very close to it. And then I'll probably say this level at the top here. Yeah, so looking at Matic, we have quite a bit to climb here. It's around about 5%. I mean, it does look very bullish on the 4 hour. The 1 hour is also closing very bullish here in 14 minutes. I mean, if we close bullish here, we could just market execute. I would expect price to at least tap this zone. Let me just see the movements. Yeah, it's at 1.223% gain here. So I would expect price to just fill that range. At the moment, yeah, on the 15 minutes, we're probably going to hit this range, and I'll be looking for bars above this zone. But I do expect that we should hit that zone. Yeah, so I'll be waiting for the candle to close bullish though. I won't be going in if it hits the zone. I'll be waiting for the candle to close above the zone. And that would be the 15 or the 30-minute candle. So yeah, be aware of these positions that could play out. So we have the chills one. Yeah, it's finding supports over here. And then we have the XRP one, where I'll be waiting for that position as well. Any other coins to go over? Just put in the chat. Axie Infinity, I'll go over that quickly. Yeah, Axie Infinity has been doing very well. All the AI and Metaverse coins have been doing extremely well. Oh, it just started pumping. This is crazy. Okay. Interesting. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I mean, looking on the 4 hour looks very bullish. So I actually want to quickly take a look at, well, obviously I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to analyze it now. I'll go over it. But I want to look at the market cap quickly to see what's happening here. I mean, the total too. So that is crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. The reason why all these coins are doing something, it must be because this has been an uptrend. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, so looking at this, yeah, I mean, yeah, look at this. So this is the zone I was been waiting for, right? And I said this is the next level of resistance. So we have this area over here. This is our next zone. So I still think that the next couple of days we're gonna see some altcoins just start moving up very, very quickly. So be aware of that. We've obviously in a very important time right now when we have news that comes out and it's looking bullish in the short term. But I would expect the altcoins to start popping off. So yeah, that's important to note that. So this was, I mean, I've looked at this coin quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, like at the moment, it looks bullish, very bullish. But what I would want to see is a break above the 12.55, and then the next area is a clean room to 15. So what is that? It's around about, yeah, another 22%. So like I said earlier, we might see these altcoins just start to get that 100%, 50% gain. It's looking very, very promising. We do have a level right over here that got broken. Beautiful level that got broken. It's looking bullish, if I have to say. It is looking good. But I must say that on the short term, what might happen is like this, and then a break above there. So I'll be waiting for that. So I'll be looking for bars above 12.55. This would probably be more of a long-term trade rather than a short-term trade, right? So I would use small leverage, very small leverage, and I would let this trade ride until 15.4. So just be aware of that. AXS, which is Axie Infinity, right? We have the altcoin market cap obviously just making these new local highs, which is very, very important. And it shows us some strength. I mean, I want to look over here. Let's take a look at see what's happening here. The last 24 hours, okay? Let's take a look. So we have Sandbox at the coming in at top. We have Immutable coming in second. We have Hedera, Chills. We just did that, and the graph. This coin I actually bought around about a month ago, and I'm doing very well. I'm up very, very well here. So the 7-day return was 112%. And this is an AI coin, okay? So the AI coins are basically doing very, very well in the market. So it's index protocol for creating data for networks like Ethereum, IPFS, powering many applications in both DeFi and broader Web3 ecosystem. Anyone can build and publish open APIs called subgraphs that applications can query using GraphQL to retrieve blockchain data. Okay, and obviously, you know, with the whole ChatGPT and all these things that are happening with AI and the metaverse, and you know all this technology that's being created, it's giving all these coins awareness, and it's giving them the ability for people to invest in, which is what you have to be looking at. If you want to be a long-term trader, a long-term holder of a coin, you're gonna have to ask yourself, why am I buying this coin? Why would this coin suit my portfolio? And the reason for that is up to you. But you always have to ask the question of why. And the reason for me is it's AI. It's continuing to grow. You know, technology is not going anywhere. It's only getting better, and AI technology is only going to get better. And all of these coins, like VeChain as well. I think VET up 15% in 7 days. Also an AI coin. And all these internet computer, all these coins are just popping off now because of the fact that this technology and this industry is just getting way too big and way too fast. So just be aware of these coins. That's why I'm saying they're starting to move in very, very sharp manners, and that's because that we're getting, you know, Google is signing contracts with AI tokens and, you know, AI software. And that's obviously why a lot of people are now putting money into these coins. So if you want to be a long-term holder, just, you know, come on CoinMarketCap, and then you can click on any of these coins, and then just see, like, you know, why is Sandbox doing well, and then you do your own research, and you start to find, you know, hidden places where a lot of information you can find. And you know, obviously with Sandbox, it's massive in the metaverse. And you know, the metaverse is starting to come back slowly. People are doing concerts in the metaverse, and then you have to start to think about, is the metaverse going to be the future, and do I want to hold a coin that has these characteristics? Okay, so you're going to have to be asking those questions for yourself, and then you need to answer them, and then that would be the reason why you would want to buy a coin. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I have been on here for an hour. But yeah, thanks so much for everyone joining. I will be going over all the charting quickly within the next 4 minutes. We'll be going over the charting that my positions that I'm looking at, and then I'll be logging off. And thanks so much for being here, everyone. So let's look at this quickly. So we have the chills waiting for that break of the high over here at 0.175. Looking to target around about 0.1854, right? APC, never mind. Axie Infinity, this is my swing trade, my long-term trade, small leverage, and a long-term trade, right? I'll be looking at targeting around about 15.4, which is around about a 22% gain, and that is what I'll be looking at. And then let's take a look at XRP, which was the other one. No worries at all. Yeah, XRP, still waiting for this to hit. This could hit very soon, yeah. So be aware of this. This trade here, 0.4024 would be the price to look at. Would need to break these highs for XRP here, okay? Yeah. And Bitcoin, right? Waiting for the zone to get tested. So I still think that we're going to come down here. We have this, what's been happening here. And we're probably going to hit the zone and get a bounce. So yeah, be aware of this. And yeah, I mean, these are the trades that I am looking at. I'm waiting for them. So we're going to be waiting for that 23,088. And I would be only entering if it hits that zone. I'm not going to be entering in any other circumstances. I'll be waiting. You have to be waiting for you to get the right positions. And if you don't get the right position, then you wait for another position. Okay. What else was it? There was Matic. We have Matic. Where's Matic? Altcoin, yeah, looking at Altcoin as well. Bars above here, yeah. We got bars above 5.625, right? 5.625, I'll be looking for bars. I'll be looking for bars above here. And yeah, definitely going to be looking at this. Let's take a look at, we had Phantom as well. Looking at Phantom here, still waiting for this trade, the 0.5988. We're waiting for that to happen. And then, yeah, I think that was all the coins I went over. There was one more. I'm trying to think of it right now. It was AXS, right? Yeah, looking for that 22% gain. Awesome. Thanks so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you could like the video, that would be amazing. See you guys back on Friday. Sorry about that. See you guys then.